I figure to keep your attention on this video, I'm going to show you her pay stubs first. So this first pay stub, this is 1 week. It's 2,979 miles, which came to $1,575 gross that is taxable, plus an additional non-taxable of $352, which means she grossed $1,927 for 1 week. Hi guys, and welcome to Trucking Along with Kearsey. That's me, your positive voice in trucking. And this is an unbelievable story here. I wound up running into one of my former students out on the road. I was just passing her. She drives for JS Helwig. She's been driving for 3 years, and we have each other on Life 360. And so I knew she was in the area, but I tried to call her earlier and she didn't answer. So I come up alongside this Helwig truck and I come like flying by, and I was like, I think that was her. So I slow down. She's on the phone with her husband that works here at Greater Omaha, and she says to the husband, man, you have some crazy drivers there. This Go driver just came flying past me, and now they're like slowing down to get alongside of me. And I'm blowing my horn and waving to her. She's like, oh, it's Kears. So we actually got to stop off at the Perrysburg, Ohio Petro, where we got to have a meal. We got to catch up. We got to go to a church service. And I did this interview about JS Helwig for you with her information. So her name is Lee Carlson, and I'll put the information down below so you could go and check out Helwig's website, and if you would, give her a referral. So I hope you enjoy this. Okay, so I figure to keep your attention on this video, I'm going to show you her pay stubs first. So this first pay stub, this is 1 week. It's 2,979 miles, which came to $1,575 gross that is taxable, plus an additional non-taxable of $352, which means she grossed $1,927 for 1 week. Here's the next week is a total of $1,472 because there was 2,231 miles. That was a gross taxable pay of $1,210 plus an additional per diem that's non-taxed, which was $242. So her gross was $1,472. This next paycheck was $2,086, which was 2,835 miles. It came to a taxable gross of $1,723 plus a non-taxed amount of $363. So you have to understand that, like, this is going to differ. It's not just 55 cents a mile. They get layover pays if they get to the customers early. They get extra pays for doing repowers or relays or switches or whatever your company calls them. They do stop pay and things like that. So she actually did less miles but got more money. So stick around, and she's going to tell you all about Helwig.
My name is Gigi Carlson. I work for Helwig and have been since November 7th of 2024. I used to work for Prime for 2.5 years before I got sick. When I left Prime, it left me with a lot of options, and so I had another friend inside Helwig. You gotta come. Sorry, Prime's my first. It, popped my cherry because, I got a cute trainer who's recording this, Kearsey. She's always right, so listen. But then when I went to Helwig, it opened up the doors that I never knew that Miles existed as a solo. Again, I've only been driving for about 3 years. I guess my first experience with Prime was really great. Teamed with my husband, Scott Carlson, who works for Greater Omaha as well. So do we team now? No. Will we ever team? Nah. I like solo. I love solo. One thing that got me with Helwig is one thing that my girlfriend didn't tell me, and they tell you day one in orientation. They do not and will not lie to you. When they say they are giving you 2,800 miles average, that is no joke. That is not a joke at all. They will run you. If you don't know what recaps are, I'm sorry, don't come. Don't come. Because the only time you can probably get a pray to the good Lord is if you get a meat load where you have that 34 hours. And sometimes when you get that meat load, trailer's ready. And you don't have any downtime. Once generally you pick up a meat load, you go all the way to the west or you go up to north. And then from the west or the north, you could go back down to south. Or you could go back to what I call Ohio, Indiana, and then back over to the west, and it's just one great big old circle. When Helwig says that they start you off at 55 cents, they start you off at 55. Some people will be like, oh no, 55, that's too low. Compared to most companies, and I'm not going to name them because there's too many, they do value your time. If you've been sitting, they will pay you for your time. Yeah, with Helwig, they do value their safety. They do value your miles. If you are sitting, it's not like any other dispatch. It's just another driver. No, it's pretty much you count as somebody. It's family. I know a lot of people say, they all say that, but when it comes to it, they don't. With the referrals that I have come in, none have disappointed. You want that brand new car, you can afford it. You want that house, you can afford it. When it comes to out here, if you're just someone who wants to play video games and sit down around, Helwig's not for you. The most you probably be sitting down and around, like I said, meat loads are 34 hours. Usually docks take anywhere between 2 and 4, other than your typical Walmart, and we all know Walmart is very particular. You can't show up an hour before. It's the same rules. Most of our trailers are dropping hooks in the beginning at the shippers, unless it's a broker load to come back down south to put you back into the circulation. Helwig starts you off at 55 cents a mile. Once you finish your 6 months, then they raise you a penny. A lot of people like pennies, doesn't matter, but it does. Once after 6 months after that, then you get the 4 cents, which would be your initial 5 cents. And then after that 1 year of making 5 cents, the next year in year 2, you will make 65 cents a mile. And then year 3, it would be based on your on-time delivery and your safety. And that is not a guaranteed 5 cents. It is what you put in and what you put out with the company. If you're just a C driver who, I'll get there when I get there, they're not going to run you. Only bonuses that we get, it's not based on your miles. It's not based on who's the favorite child. It's, are you there 24 hours early, yes or no? If you are, it's $100. If you're there early on a shipper, you just made an extra 200 miles. If you get there for the receiver, you just made an extra 200 miles. That's $200. If you are there 3 days in advance, 4 days in advance, and you're sitting, one of two things are going to happen. They're either going to pay you the 24 hours to get there early, 24-hour layover pay, or they will probably have somebody take that load and you take another load to keep you going. Usually most docks, they don't like you when you're at the dock more than 2 to 3 hours, other than Walmart's. They will find some other way to get you gone. Helwig does not play around with, again, if you're a C driver, I've got, 14 hours, I'm just going to sit here. No. They want you to run and run and run. I got all this time on this load. They want you to run hard, get to the end, then relax. That
you
way,
get a bonus for repowers, right?
Yes. Anytime that you are called upon to save a load, you are always paid for that save a load. Now, that save a load can be minimum. I haven't seen anything under $100 to my personal, but minimum $100 to save a load can go all the way up to $400 to $500, depending on how hot that load is.
Plus the mileage.
Plus the mileage, yes. And when they T-call, repower, transfer, how everyone has a different name for it, it's never to penalize you. It's because Helwig has a 99.9% on-time delivery, and that is not a joke. Most people talk about it, but we actually hold it because I just took a load from somebody, ran it for 10 hours, and they took that load from me, and now it went to him and I took his. Okay. So
now, let's talk about pets on the trucks. Okay. What are their policies?
There is a $250 pet policy for Helwig for up to 2 pets. It doesn't matter if it's a dog and a cat, 2 dogs, 2 large dogs, 2 Great Danes. They do not care. It's just no more than 2 pets on the truck, and it's $250. They don't expect you to pay the $250 up front unless you want to. They will take it out $50 out of a paycheck.
Is it $250 per animal or combined?
$250 for combined for both of them.
Weight limit?
There is no weight limit that I can find or see.
Okay.
To my knowledge, nope. That's why I said Great Danes.
Okay, so now I need to talk about home time. What is home time like at Helwig?
Home time at Helwig is very strict. For every week that you're out, it's 1 day. They would like you to be out for 3 weeks minimum with the 3 days. Now, if you continue to stay out longer than 3 weeks, because most of us are road warriors, they suggest you not to go more than 7 weeks, because if you do go 8 weeks, they cannot guarantee you 8 days off unless being pre-approved from your fleet manager and from his boss. But let's say you go out 5 weeks, you only want to take 3 days off. One thing that Helwig also offers is they can buy back your home time. So if you have 5 days off and you only take 3 days, they will pay you $100 per home time that you do not use. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to save it up for later use, you can. They're not frowned upon it. They believe that you earn that 1 week, they will pay you, or you take that day off.
And you always get home on time.
You're always home on time correctly. So if you want to be home on Wednesday, depending on what happens, one of 2 things. Now, we don't live in a perfect world. We don't work in a perfect world. They will get you home on that day at the absolute latest. So always expect to work that day. But majority, 90% of the time, they'll either have you home that Tuesday, that Monday, and even that Sunday. If you're too close to your home time, they're not going to chance you not to be home. They make sure your home time is available. And if you get home early, 3 days, they don't go against you.
Okay. So now, safety, equipment, and shutting down, and what you said earlier about them telling you always how to shut down.
Helwig's trucks are pretty much up to date. They always hit the terminal at least every, they say 30 days, but it's more like 45 to 60 days. Their trucks are newer. They go to about 550, and I think they've now increased it to 600,000, depending on the truck limited availability. Their safety is always 100%. If there is a storm or if there's something that comes in, you get notified, and Helwig will encourage you to please shut down for your safety and as well as the safety of the load, because they will always tell you, like most fleet managers, you're the captain of their ship. They actually mean you are the captain of your ship. If you don't feel comfortable, they're okay. They might tell you you have to give up that load, but if you're willing to do that, then that's what you have to do. But it's no way of coercing you that you have to push forward. You have to be safe in everything that you do.
What kind of trucks are they?
Currently, we have the Cascadia Freightliners. I know that they are looking into Volvos, but that's rumors and hearsays. We do have some lease ops, owner ops that do run Peterbilts, Internationals, and other Kenworths. But as far as company, if you stay a company driver, it will always be a Freightliner Cascadia.
So where do you guys run?
Generally, for now, we generally run from the mid Midwest all the way to the East Coast, and only the upper top part of Florida. So the furthest that we go is Denver, Colorado, down to Los Lunas, New Mexico, and all the way up to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and all the way east.
I hope you enjoy this, and